You. You're finally awake.
Fear and hunger. I'm not just referring to the feeling of an empty fridge at 3 a.m. I'm talking about this game made by
Miro Haverinen,
an indie game developer currently residing in the deep lands of Finland. In his madness, he has created this monstrosity lovingly referred to by the community as Funger. Funger's story is pretty simple. You are one of 4 characters on a quest of their own reason to find the renowned mercenary captain Lagarde, who has been imprisoned in the ominous dungeons of fear and hunger. First, we have the mercenary, Kahara, who seeks the bounty on Lagarde's head. But in order to collect his money, he must find the man himself. Next, the knight, Darce, who wishes to rescue her dear captain from the dungeon. Then there's the dark priest, Enki, who wishes to learn more about the prophecies surrounding the mercenary captain. Finally, we have the barbarian, Ragnvaldr. He's not here to rescue Lagarde, though. He's here to kill him. Now that we're familiar with our characters, let's go. Sheesh, sure is dark in here. Oh, it smells bad, too. Hey, what's that? Okay. Unfortunately, since soap hasn't been invented yet, this dungeon has fallen into disrepair and its inhabitants morphed into grotesque monsters of Lovecraftian design. Fortunately, this introduces us to Funger's first core element, combat. Attacking will allow you to select one of your enemy's many body parts. Some of these body parts are harder to hit than others. For example, hitting the head is harder than hitting the legs. However, hitting the legs will disorient your enemy, making the head open for attack. Skills is where you'll find things like magic and special moves. Guard will raise your defenses so that the next enemy attack will hurt less. Items is going to be where you store your consumables, but right now we don't have any. Now if it looks like a losing battle, we always have one more trick up our sleeve. Doesn't always work, but gets the job done. Alright, now let's book it. I do not want to fight that thing. That's unfortunate. Well, since we're here, we might as well attack. Let's aim for the cleaver arm first. That knife looks kind of sharp. Okay, now that that's gone, we don't have to worry about it. Let's attack his other arm, just to be safe. Oh, it seems his stinger is charging up, so let's attack that next and ignore what that might be. He may have gotten one more hit in, but not too bad. Now that he's dead, we have a few options. That felt good. Now let's steal his stuff and get out of here. Oh, look what we found. Around the map, you will find characters that you can recruit to your party to a max of 3 extra characters. Not all of them have the same methods though, and some of them might have complicated requirements. Luckily, we have the lock-picking skill, so we can get this girl out of the cage, no biggie. Now we have a friend. Behold the menu. The first tab will be our inventory, showing us everything we've picked up on our journey, from items, food, books, weapons, and armor. Let's read a book. Yep, okay. Other menus include the Equip menu, which allows you to select weapons, armors, and amulets for your party. The Crafting menu, which allows you to combine items into other items. The Skills menu, which allows you to see your party's entire skill set, as well as talk between them. The Settings, and the Rage Quit button. The environment around us can also be interacted with, such as this flag here, which can be torn to provide us a piece of cloth. You can also find herbs of different properties growing around the floor on certain maps. Oh look, a chest. This will introduce us to the next core mechanic of the game.
Let's go gambling! I
can't stop winning.
Guessing the correct side of the coin will grant you better stuff, while guessing the wrong side will give you nothing. Alright, let's check that menu again. Oh, it seems the party is bleeding. Well, let's use that cloth we got earlier and patch it up. Oh, it seems we only have one. Well, we gotta use it sparingly, of course. Anyways, let's go rescue Lagarde. Alright, well, Lagarde is dead. It seems we took too long. I wonder how that could be. Oh well, I guess it'll remain a mystery. Let's get out of here. I wonder what would happen if we'd been a little bit faster. What's this? Ragnvalder, what's he doing here? Oh, he's entering the dungeons? What? Oh, he's reached Lagarde. Oh, and Lagarde is alive. Wow. Guess this calls for a celebration. Oh, and we've seemed to hit a prevalent bug in the game's code. Yep. Every now and then, the game will visually freeze up, so unless you're next to a bed or have great memory, you're going to have to quit the game or navigate your way through the deadly dungeons with sound and memory alone. There are a few fixes for this online, which kind of requires going into the code a bit. I'm just too lazy. Now you're probably wondering, how do I save my progress? Well, that's the fun part. You don't. At least, not from your menu. First, you have to find a bed. And now these beds are pretty scarce to come by. But if you do find one, you can use it to update your save slot. But simply sleeping is just too easy. You also have to flip a coin here. If you win, you save. If you lose, though, you have to fight a tough enemy. After that, you're too pumped with adrenaline to actually go to bed. So you'll have to walk it off. Saving Lagarde isn't the end, though, of course. There's also the mystery of the lost city of Mahabra. I wonder what this door does. I'm sure there's a way to open it somehow. But that's a story for another time. You'll also encounter a few other bosses on your travels. Not all of them will be out in the open. They will be challenging, and not all of their weaknesses will be obvious, so it's recommended you have a full party before you do this. For me, Fear and Hunger fits in my style of games. Not only is it challenging, bordering on cruel, but it also is steeped in story and lore. Grotesque character designs, Lovecraftian themes, and Berserk references everywhere. I heard about this game from my friends who mentioned the limb targeting mechanic, and that got my attention. I also didn't believe them when they talked about the stinger and other grotesque character designs. Needless to say, I was interested, and it seemed pretty cheap, so I bought it. Special thanks to this very subtle censorship mod, which allows me to post this on YouTube. Not all mechanics in this game are explained from the get-go. Crafting recipes, as well as illnesses and ailments, are explained through books, which you have to get through the coin flip, which is a 50-50, and it's not always the one you want. Sometimes you can also get duplicates. While I wouldn't say this is a negative, as that is part of the game's thing, it does make it a little difficult for casual gamers without a wiki to get through the game in a reasonable amount of time. Then there's the freezing glitch, which may trash a few hours if the player hasn't saved recently, which can be hard as beds are scarce in this game and tomes of enlightenment aren't everywhere. In the end, if you're a fan of the dark and gritty, but also like thinking in your gameplay, I believe Fear and Hunger would be the right choice of game for you. So give it a try, and see if you can survive the dungeons of Fear and Hunger.